A monitor stand that can sanitize. Welcome back to Techstination. I'm Fred Fishkin. Our guest this time out is Lisa Schuiteboer Shuler, an ergonomic specialist with Kensington. Great to see you again, Lisa.
Yeah, you too, Fred. Thanks for having me.
Well, we've spoken before about some of the products, keyboards and mice that Kensington has introduced that feature the wipe down seal, indicating that they're safe to use disinfectants with. Now you've got a monitor stand that features a sanitizing compartment. Tell us about it.
Yeah, we are continuing our journey with really trying to make it effective to return to the office. We want to minimize those fears that are out there of being in a common type space. And so this UV stand actually has a very, very large compartment. As you can see behind me, this black box is the product. And I currently have showcased in it a laptop stand and two different mice, but it fits a full-size ergonomic keyboard and a very large capacity. So that being said, if I'm going into the office and decide, I don't really know if the person that used this before me is really germ-free or really bacteria or virus-free, I can put all of the belongings that are at that desk inside the compartment. And in 10 minutes, it is 99.9% effective against bacteria and virus. So it's a really great safety measure with the safety standards we've tested it against.
And you can put all kinds of things in here. I mean, it's designed big enough, certainly for the keyboard and the mouse, but almost anything can go in there, it seems.
Yeah, I mean, I just got back from working remotely. And so I wanted to make sure everything that I was working with on a daily basis outside of my home office was sanitized. So just this morning, I put all of the items that I would take with me to work remotely in there to really give me a fresh start. And I think that's really a key for people as they're returning to the office to feel that peace of mind that they're not using contaminated items and they truly are sanitized.
Are there any issues with putting electronics in there, such as a tablet or your phone or anything else?
Yeah, when we went through the testing, we did test laptops, phones, any type of mobile device. Obviously, we're trusting to put our own products like keyboards and mice in there as well. And basically, it takes 10 minutes for the cycle to be fully complete, to complete that sanitization cycle. But the UVC LED lights in there are completely enclosed. So there's no health hazard for us being exposed to the UV light, but then also it's a low level. That's why it takes 10 minutes to actually go through that sanitization cycle.
So step us through how it's used there, because it looks, when it's closed up, it looks just like just a plain monitor stand.
Right. Yeah, I know. When I received it, it's like, oh, great, a black box. This is great. So basically, you can set anything up to 40 pounds on top of the monitor stand, and it just has a metal type garage door, and you're able to pull that garage door down, and there's literally one button you press, and when I press that, I don't know if I missed it here. There we go. It starts blinking a little blue light, and you may not be able to see it super clear on the video, but as that blue light is blinking, that's indicating that whatever is inside on an exposed surface is truly being sanitized to that 99.9% effective level.
Do you have to turn things over if you want both sides?
You do, and that's just to be the most effective for it. So the way that the UV light is working is there's several small lights inside there, and there's a mirrored surface, but only the exposed surfaces is what we can look at for the effective rating. And that's very typical in that health standard of being completely enclosed versus some of those UV lights that you might wave over something. That's still only going to be the exposed surface, but there are different health risks when you have exposed UV light on a regular basis.
Right. This has a lot of safety built in. For instance, if you open this up now, what would happen?
Yeah, so as soon as I open this back up, the blue light will shut off, and I can do that. It does stop the cycle though, so it is not a complete sanitization cycle at that point, but the blue lights are always going to be off when you open them. It's a safety standard to shut off as soon as that garage door is opened.
Tell us some other reasons, being an ergonomic specialist, why a monitor stand might be a good idea.
Yeah, so monitor stands are always a good idea to get your monitor or laptop, which has been a big use case for this too, to a nice eye level viewing position. Anytime you have to look down at your monitor, you're increasing that inflammation level in your vertebrae, in your neck, or that soft tissue compression that's there. So you can either use it as your primary monitor stand, or a lot of people are using it as their secondary to the left or right of their screen to put their laptop on and then be able to showcase and push everything that they need to sanitize inside that stand.
And from a video conferencing perspective too, putting a notebook up there and using, say, a Bluetooth keyboard or even a wired keyboard, I suppose, um, would just look better. You're at eye level with the camera instead of looking up.
Exactly, exactly.
The pricing and availability on this, what can you tell us?
Yeah, so it's available at kensington.com. So very simple to go there. And the pricing is right around $269 US for it. Depending on where you're purchasing through a distributor or direct from us, it's going to be right around that price point. And like I said before, it has met several safety standards. It is UL listed to be safe in those large office environments. And that's where that price point really comes from, is to make sure that safety standard is really up to par.
Terrific. And if you have your phone with you or your tablet with you that kids may have played around with, as they will always do, good idea to pop it in there too.
Exactly. Yep, it's great to make sure people are feeling that great peace of mind as they're venturing back out into the world today.
Also new we want to mention from Kensington is a driverless 8-in-1 USB-C dock, which is designed for versatility. If you've got a notebook that doesn't have a lot of ports, has pass-through charging and lots of features, lots of ports, including Ethernet and an SD card slot, worth taking a look at as well. Lisa Schuiteboer Shuler, thank you so much for taking the time with us.
Thanks so much, Fred. Have a great day.